Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development Program, and in particular the AWD 1111, which is the .NET Framework with Web Databases class, for the fall 2019 semester. I'm creating a series of video presentations for the textbook that will be used for that AWD 1111 class. That textbook being Pro ASP.NET MVC 5, an A-Press text by Mr. Adam Freeman. I'm working my way through the book, and I'm on toward the end of Chapter 21 of 27. Ran into some problems. Okay, I've got errors right now in my code. I still have to figure out a way to try to fix those errors. It says here, are we missing a directive or an assembly reference? I still think that the directive we're missing is up here, but I'm not sure exactly what to put in up there. Maybe, in fact, now that I see something on page 610, maybe this is what's needed here. Still is giving me errors, but I do have helper methods, model, person. Okay, so let's do a file, save all, and I want to see if that's still, my guess is it is still going to give me the errors, but we'll see. Well, it did not. Fantastic. So I had the right idea. I just had the wrong stuff up here, that's all. All right. We're still getting the errors, but it is running now. Okay. A little different. So the author says the help methods used in the previous section are fine, but we still have to ensure that the value passed as the first argument corresponds to the model value passed as the second one. All right. Generating input elements. So what? For each of the methods listed, there is an alternative overload that takes a single string argument. I'm going to grab this whole using thing. All right, you can see now we've just got person ID here. All right, well, that's removed our error messages. So again, let's do a file, save all. Let's run it. We, of course, have to go over to our home, make person, create person. Looks good. All right, so the author says the string argument is used to search the view data view bag and view model to find a corresponding data item that can be used as the basis for the element. So, for example, if you call at html.textbox data value in double quotes, the MVC framework tries to find something in either viewbag.dataValue or at model.dataValue. So going on in here, the author mentions that with what we put in, it's looking for something here. And there's many permutations, as he says, which will be checked. All right, using strongly typed input helpers. For each of the basic input helpers described in table 21.6, which was back there. there are correspondingly strongly typed helpers. We can see these here. These helpers can be used only with strongly typed views. Some of these helpers generate attributes that can help with client-side form validation. As mentioned underneath the table, so down here, the author says the strongly typed helper method input helpers work on lambda expressions. The value passed to the expression is the view model object, and you can select the field or property that will be used to set the value attribute. You can see how this is done based on the using statement, which is on pages 612 and 613. So let's grab that using statement. And the author mentions after these, so if we do a file, save all, and we run, so which one do you use? It may be that it's a matter of personal preference, or it may be that via using the lambda expressions that it ends up processing faster. All right? And there is the associated HTML. So the author mentions on the top of 613, the HTML generated by these helpers is not any different, but he uses strongly typed helper methods in his own projects because they reduce the chances of causing an error by mistyping a property name. All right? What is the old saying? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. All right, creating select elements, which takes up most of the rest of page 613 here. Table 21.8, which is this, shows the helper methods that can be used to create select elements. These can be used to select a single item from a drop-down list or present a multiple item select element that allows several items to be selected. So a single element from a drop-down list would be something like putting in a state. All right. Whereas multiple items might be what kind of vehicles do you own, where you'd have car, bike, motorcycle, boat, etc. As with the other form elements, there are versions of these helpers that are both strongly typed and weakly typed. The select helpers select list and multi-select. The select helpers take select list or multi-select list parameters. The difference is the multi-select has constructor options that allow you to specify more than one item. All right. Okay, we're just about finished here, and I'm at 9 minutes. It'll be tight. Nah, I think I'll finish it fine. So, both of these classes operate on innumerable sequences of objects. Okay? You can see how we created a select element for the role property here. So, if we go in and we look, this is in our create person CS HTML, and we look right near the bottom. I'm going to grab that. All right, we don't have a role property right now. Now we do. All right. So, file, save all. Let's run this again. the author says, I define the role property so that it is a value from the role enumeration defined in the same class file. You can see the HTML that's going to be defined then on the bottom of 614 and going on to 615. So let's very quickly check that out. All right, there's our role, and notice we've got the drop down. I've got two submit buttons in here. So I will quickly, and I mean quickly, remove the one that's in here. Take the other one, put a little space in here. Probably more than I need or want, but that's okay. All right, so there it is. Okay. In this chapter, the author says on the bottom of page 615, we were introduced to the concept of helper methods, which we can use in views to generate chunks of content in a reusable way. In the next chapter, we will continue on this theme and talk about how to use templated helpers. That is the subject of Chapter 22, which we will start up in just a couple minutes.